This is Laird's Training here. Topic of the day today, part 2. What do college baseball scouts really look for? Now, the first part, we talked about the 5 tools. We talked about why stats don't matter. The second part, we're going to talk about character. And character is what baseball scouts are looking for. Now, I would call character the 6th tool, okay? And this is going to apply to players, but it's also going to apply to parents. And it's accountability. Now, as an athlete, as a baseball player, you're wanting to play at the next level. You got to make sure you have your 5 tools, right? So we've covered that. Now let's talk about character. What kind of teammate are you? Are you pouting every time you go 0 for 4? Are you not playing the game the right way? Are you hustling it on and off the field the way you're supposed to be? You hit a fly ball at the plate. Are you taking off the first base and running it with authority? Are you going to round first base and get on second if that guy drops the ball? Scouts are looking at that. You hit a ground ball, double play ball. Do you make contact and you just sit there and you kind of jog to first base or kind of stop running? There's no excuse for that. That's good character. You run the ball out. You give 100%. You hustle all the time. That's what scouts are looking for. That's showing what kind of character you are. That's showing the kind of work ethic that you have. Understand that character is showing your work ethic. It's showing what kind of teammate you are, and it's showing exactly how you go about your day in and day out on the field. Are you going through a process of, I'm showing up at the field, I'm clocking in to work, and I'm going to work and give 100% every time I step on the field. If I'm between these 2 white lines, I'm going to be hustling on the field. I'm going to be cheering my teammates on. If you're 0 for 4 with 4 Ks and you're sitting there pounding the dugout, scouts are going to see that. They're going to see that, and they're going to say, okay, well, this kid obviously doesn't have the mental toughness to play at the next level because he's sitting there pouting. Now, that's not saying that guys at the next level don't sit there and pout, but if I'm looking at 2 athletes, okay, they both have the same amount of tools, okay? They're both playing at a high level. They both can hit, they both can run, they both can throw. Now, I'm recruiting this kid. I say I have 1 scholarship left, and in baseball, there's only 11.7 scholarships in D1, Division I level. So those scholarships are scarce, and they're going to make the right decisions because it's the coach's jobs on the line if they're making the wrong decision. So if I'm looking at 2 kids, okay, they have the same skill set. One of them, he's cheering his teammates on, he's hustling on the field, he's giving respect to his coaches, yes sir, no sir, but also at the same time, he's doing everything right. He's picking up bats, he's cleaning up the dugout after the game. He looks like he's showing himself to be a strong young man that's going to project himself to be a great young man, if not already. Now I got the other athlete who's sitting there, he's pouting. He had 3 Ks, he's sitting there pouting. His coach yelled at him to get on the field and hustle. He grabs his mitt, he grabs his hat, and he kind of just slowly jogs out onto the field. He's pouting, he's whining. He doesn't have the mental toughness to learn how to handle adversity and handle failure. As a scout, what am I going to do? You know what? I'm going to ask that kid for a scholarship that's hustling on the field. He's being a great teammate. He's respecting his coaches, and he's giving 100%. That's an easy decision. So I'm going to tell you right now, I've seen bad attitudes out of players, and I've seen that cost a scout looking at him. Well, we don't take those kind of kids at our school. We don't take the kid that is a piece of trash to his teammates. He's a piece of trash to his coaches. Understand that if you really want to play at the next level and you really want to play at a high level, the 5 tools, boom, you got to have them. But you better have good character. And if you don't have good character, you better be one of the best players in the nation. Because I'm going to tell you right now, you think that you're good, there's a dime a dozen of you. Unless you're throwing 100 miles an hour or 95 plus, and you're a super stud on the mound, or you're hitting the ball 450 feet in high school, you better get real because there's a dime a dozen of you. Guys that throw 88 to 90, there's a ton of them. There's a ton of them, okay? You're competing with the best of the best in the nation. You're not competing against Johnny down the street who's playing 1A ball, facing these guys with rinky-dink curveballs, okay? Stop making your ego everything. Understand that you've got to be humble in this game because this game will humble you in 2 seconds. It'll humble you in a second. You will learn how to fail in this game. You will learn how to deal with adversity. And when you learn to do it, not only will you become a better and greater ball player, but you're going to become a better, stronger man. Because you'll be able to use that adversity that you went through, whether it's an injury, a bad game, and you're going to be able to make yourself a stronger man when it comes to life, when it comes to being a family man. Because that's going to apply to everything. So understand the character as a coach, as a scout. I'm going to be looking at that stuff. College scouts, they're going to be looking at that stuff. If it's between you and another guy, don't let a bad attitude and don't let bad character be the reason why you're not getting looked at. Don't look at that. Because if scouts see you as acting like that as a piece of trash, they're going to go to the next guy. Like I said, unless you're one of those super specials, you should be displaying your effort and your attitude. And even if you are a super special talent, the effort and attitude is everything. And lastly, I'm going to finish here because I'm going to use the athlete, but it's also scouts are looking at parents. If your parent's a nutcase, if that parent is involved and they're screaming out the field, that coach is going to go, whoa, I don't think we want that kid on our team because his parents are crazy. If that's the example that he's getting and his parents are leaving, what example is the kid going to be? Because I'm going to tell you right now, parents, whether they subconsciously realize it or unconsciously realize it, parents have a huge impact on the way kids act. I've seen parents that have horrible disrespect. They have a lot of disrespect issues. They don't understand how something goes, so they immediately blame the coach and they hate the coach for it. If parents talk and act like that, the kids are going to talk and act like that. Where do you think they learn it from? Okay, the parents need to hold themselves accountable and understand. Hey, and I've seen it. I've seen it before. We've had a scout in the past come up to us and go, whose kid is that mom keeps coming to see in the dugouts? And we told him who it was, and he goes, well, I'm not interested in that anymore, because if he can't get his own drinks before the game, if he can't hold himself, if he needs his mom checking on him every 2 innings, we're not going to go after a kid like that because that's not who we're looking for. If he needs his mom every 2 innings, what's he going to need if he's 6 hours away? Is he going to be mentally tough enough to handle the game, handle the pressure? The answer is no. So understand, parents, you're just as important in the recruiting process as the kid when assessing character. So, part 2, and it's exactly the reason why I wanted to bring this up, because it's a sensitive issue for a lot of people, but you got to understand, character, mental toughness, those two go hand in hand with each other. It's not just the athlete, but it's also the parent too. What college scouts really look for. It's Laird's Training. Make sure you guys subscribe. Check out my website, lairds.training.com. Till next time, Laird's Training. See you guys.